Let's talk about Obama. Obama is trying to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. A lot going on this week. Over 13,000 servicemen have been discharged for being homosexual. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's going to be overturned?
I think it will eventually be overturned. Do I think that Obama's really been trying to overturn Don't Ask, Don't Tell? No. I'm very disappointed in what Obama's doing. Obama does have the power as Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Armed Forces to sign an executive order with the stroke of a pen. If not to end Don't Ask, Don't Tell and change the UCMJ laws, he could just do an executive order stopping all discharges, because we're now discharging about 2 people a day.
Why do you think the United States, why do you think they care? Why do you think they care if someone's gay?
I think that the United States certain parts of the United States are still wrapped up in some Christian values that have been pulled from the Bible and completely bastardized. Is that a word? And then,
sure.
Yeah, and then put into the mouths of the people who are following Christianity in these churches, and then they're turning into voters. And it's just created an environment of hatred towards homosexuals. I'm getting to the point where I'm really, really angry. Gay people are so out in the open now, with the internet and television, and can't people see now that we're just like everyone else in so many certain terms? Like, we are so like everyone else in that we have hardships and feelings and true love, and we're creative, and we want to do work, and we want to succeed, and we have the same challenges. We're the same people as everyone else. And just yesterday we had Senator McCain standing on the floor of the Senate saying that this is not the time to end Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And he was scolding the top brass of the military, the Secretary of Defense and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, saying, well, how can you say we should end this? Have you talked to everyone in the military? And what Senator McCain doesn't realize that he's doing, he is repeating history. He's repeating a really shameful part of history, which is where we thought that to enact equal rights, we had to take a poll of what everyone thought. I mean, do you think that when we wanted to allow black people to sit at the front of the bus, if we had taken a poll then of everyone in America, do you think that the vote would have been to let them sit in the front of the bus? No, it wouldn't have been. But it takes smart leadership to push social action and to push equality and kind of make people understand, hey, we can't disenfranchise an entire group of people. The problem also is within the gay community. And let me just say this, and I am part of the gay community, and I'm going to speak for us, because what we're not realizing is that the gay community, we're being persecuted, and we're not internalizing that. We are fully and completely being persecuted, and we're not getting upset enough about it, and our families are not getting upset enough about it, and we really need to push forward. I couldn't believe that people in the Senate were actually letting this senator speak that way about an entire group of people. It was like...
And he has a gay daughter.
Which is even more ridiculous. And who knows why he's speaking. Maybe he doesn't even feel this way. He's a floundering politician, clearly. But, for him to stand there as a leader and talk about an entire group of people who are over there serving right now, while he's home comfortable, in his bed, there are gay people serving, and for him to be talking about those people is ridiculous. Like how can we talk about a whole group of people like this anymore?
I mean, to put things in perspective, if somebody wants to fight and possibly die for your country, I don't care if they're gay, straight, black, white, Asian, whatever. If they want to, save our lives, if they want to put their lives out there, I mean, why should it matter?
It shouldn't matter, and especially now. We are fighting 2 wars. And Senator McCain is saying, this is not the time to jostle everything up because we're fighting 2 wars. And it's, what I'm saying is, no, Senator, now is the time to change it because we are fighting 2 wars. You have it completely backwards, and saying that we're going to jostle things up is assuming that gay people are going to create some kind of problem. They're not creating a problem now, and they will not create a problem when they're serving openly.
Well, I mean, they're already serving, so why does it matter?
They're already...
So when you left the military after 9 years, and then you're suddenly on Amazing Race, and it's over, and you've won $1 million.
Boom.
Did you feel like you had a platform?
Yeah, you know, I believe this was a huge gift handed to me, and I did have a platform, and I was going to speak out, and I did. I have. You know.
And how have you been received?
I've been received well. You know, with a couple of hiccups in the Hollywood system. You know.
What do you mean?
You know, there are always people who. This is a really personal interview. I mean, I've never really had one like this, but.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more kind of in the Hollywood, LA area. You know, every time someone tries to do something good or do something that's socially important, they want to like hammer you and poke holes in you and say, you know, who is this person trying to do this? Look at what they've done in the past. You know, like for me, they love to point out that I've posed for a calendar. You know, with my shirt off. It's like, so, and there are other celebrities. Not that I consider.
Yeah. What about Scott Brown?
Not that I consider myself a celebrity, but there are other celebrities who, you know, are trying to do really great things, and everyone just wants to poke holes in what they're doing. It's like, no, it's not that way. But those are the hiccups. But otherwise, and I don't want to talk about them that much. Everything, it's been 99% amazing. You know, the support that I've had from the book. There have been several screenplay adaptations of the book, and we're finally working with one and getting it out to studios. And I know that I've done something great in ending Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Maybe if I haven't done something to end it myself, I've done something to motivate others to end it, and that feels good.
I want to touch upon really briefly the tabloid coverage that you've had to experience. I mean, here you have been doing a lot of great things, and you did mention some hiccups, and you were in a high-profile relationship, and I feel like the tabloids just unfairly went after you. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, and I want to know what was it like being on the other end? Like, I'm not famous. I mean, you're kind of famous. You've made your mark in pop culture. That's why I wanted to interview you. So, what was it like to have, you know, Perez Hilton and the National Enquirer and all these crazy people kind of vilify you?
I don't know. I was a great target for Perez Hilton. You know, he loved to go after me, and I don't know. I think that it's always unfair for anybody who's in the public eye to have the tabloids go after you, because they never know the full story and they don't understand what's going on. And without getting too into detail of what I went through in my personal life, yeah, it was very unfair. It's hard, and I definitely have a thicker skin because of it now. I know that when I started reading all of these things that the person that they were making me out to allegedly be, and the things that I had allegedly done wrong.
Would you ever date somebody who's high profile again?
Yeah, I would date someone who's high profile, but I would definitely try so much harder to keep it private. You know what I mean? I don't think I would want to, you know, go into public or say anything in public about the relationship. I think, and you know, when I was in a high profile relationship, I had a lot of people advising me, saying, you know, don't ever open up, don't ever say anything about it, and I didn't quite understand it at the time. I didn't understand the power of just silence and the power of not reacting. And you know, now looking back, it's like a lot of those people knew what they were talking about, you know, and I wish that I had listened to them a lot more, because it would have put a lot less strain even on the relationship itself. So
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah,
you're
thanks.
a good guy. Well, thank you for being on with Josh.com. And if they want more information about you, where can they go?
They can go to my website. It's thereichen.com, TheReichen. And the reason I named it that is because after Amazing Race, all these mothers started emailing me that they named their baby Reichen. And I was like, well, no, that's my name. So
you're the.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just kind of fun. Yeah, and you can write me on Facebook. I'm at Facebook.com/Reichen, and yeah, my email address is on there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you.